first 10 places. Suddenly, shifting from third to second gear in my 1200cc VW Beetle, towing a fin dinghy on its trailer, I'm left with the gear stick in my hand. It is parted from the linkage buried somewhere deep in the transmission channel running between the seats. It's 3:30 in the morning, and I'm on the road to Lorenzo Marx to participate in the 1969 Fin d'Oro regatta. Now what? My love affair with Mozambique had begun some years earlier during our first family camping trip to San Martino, about 100 miles north of LM. Its huge lagoon, shared by a handful of holidaymakers, provided unforgettable Afro-Portuguese tropical adventures. It was a completely different version of the Africa I had grown up in. The black Mercedes taxis with that very European sea green roof, the phone booths, the central market, Lagosta wine, piri piri chicken at Katima, the old cathedral, LM radio, Club Naval, and the Havana-style harbour. And of course, the pau. That's bread. How did they manage to get that distinct flavour and fragrance? All of this, layered over and under the Portuguese language. Who needed to travel to Europe? I had never been back to Europe since leaving there as a toddler, so Mozambique was a kind of a teaser as to how it might be. A delicious Afro-European omelette. Fortunately, my gear shift incident has happened only a few kilometers outside Krugersdorp, my hometown, and I'm able to execute a delicate U-turn and head back at a crawl in second gear. A quick discussion with my sleepy parents, and it's agreed that we'll look at the problem in the morning. Too troubled to relax, I cannot really sleep, and await sunrise knowing that the old man, an early riser, will be up soon, grumpy but resourceful. After a characteristically wordless assessment of the situation, he repairs the gear shift ingeniously with a combination of Germanic handwerk and a boer maak 'n plan, although he would never admit to the latter. So I'm back on the road before breakfast, initially apprehensive about the blowdraad repair, but soon enough enjoying the amazing freedom. An impoverished teen en route to Mozambique to pit his hopelessly inadequate Finn sailboat against guys at least 10 years older and richer. I don't mind solitude, but nevertheless tune in to LM radio on my tiny transistor radio tucked under the sun visor for company. Somewhere between Pretoria and Komatipoort, I'm ambushed by a song which immerses me in unexpected melancholy. Although it's a McCartney, silly love song, it's melodically brilliant and bittersweet. The Beatles, my portal into contemporary music, have come adrift. School is out, and I'm heading east. It's both liberating and overwhelming. Many years later, I discover that, not so far away and possibly on that same day, a small group of men were secretly crossing the Mozambique border into Swaziland en route to RSA. These were fiercely committed members of what we later came to know as the struggle. Much later, in the mid-90s, I actually met one of these men whose recollection of the struggle deeply fascinated me, such that elements of his stories found their way into song lyrics. Rolex Soldier and Umoyo, which follow later. It was his wife who once remarked that in the old South Africa they hadn't been white enough, but now they found themselves to be insufficiently black, being Indian. There was no easy way to inform my folks about my journey to Lorenzo Marx, but they knew I had arrived when, 2 days later, the Star newspaper printed the results of the opening race of the regatta, giving the first 10 places. I came 10th. You are the Rolex soldier. Welcome to the machine. You've grown a little older since you beat the regime. Do you remember the dream? You used to drive a Skoda at night across the border. You and your brothers into Swaziland. You should remember it well. Lusaka was your lover. Which one was your wife? Maputo was your mother in a previous life. In a previous life. Now you have the Rolex and the Gucci too. You go to the Green Dolphin 'cause you like to swim. Used to be that you were not white enough, good for sugar business, not the sweet stuff. Victory in 93, sure you were free, but now not black enough. You were in the trenches, they were in exile, in Paris and London, living in style, providing for your family had become a trial, leaving you no more than a child. Hey, Umoya, Umoya, you're still blowing in the wind, while they wonder about the ending. You're still waiting to begin. Along the way, they sold their ideology. Tanzania, Zambia, down to Mozambique. They renamed the system democracy and forgot about poverty. Umoya, Umoya, you're still blowing in the wind. While they joke about the arms deal, you're defending your dignity. Innocent or guilty, it was the same to me. You were in my memory as a man to be. Now you are surrounded, hyenas on your blood, retreating into secrecy. Umoya, Umoya, you're still blowing in the wind. While the big fish swim in blue water, you lie gasping on the beach. Mother City, January 2005. For a guerrilla who might have lost his way. Ubud, a village in Bali. Africa never leaves me, even on holiday, never mind where. We are on the road to Ubud, an artisan village we had visited in Bali 10 years previously. That is what it was then, a village for artists. But Bali is so very different now. For one thing, the population seems to have more than doubled. People everywhere. It's pouring and buzzing, rain and traffic, something that would unleash explosive angst back in Gauteng. The Balinese accept it, all with Buddhist serenity. They are able to embrace the now and experience reality as it is. We could learn so much. Thousands of mopeds flow like a swarm of intuitive insects, and I get a strong sense of what a trance party might be like. I resolve to visit the next Africa Burn Festival. We don't talk much in our taxi, and I'm able to daydream, drifting into a semi-conscious flash about how it might be if the roles between me and the family man on his 50cc behind us were reversed. Would I even vaguely survive such a thing? To be rudely plucked from this life which, although not lavish, is certainly privileged, and be thrown into his hand-to-mouth existence? This train of thought continues during our visit to a Hindu temple, when I try to imagine the peasant labourers who toiled there with its construction in the jungle heat, presumably without any payment other than some promise of divine salvation and earthly protection. Not that different from the peasants who laboured on the European cathedrals. We are staying in a luxurious Balinese villa just outside Seminyak, among earthy paddy fields tended by ageless peasants under wicker hats. It is an easy walk to any one of numerous local stalls for street food, or a cheap taxi run to the nearby main road for a decadent descent into consumer madness. I can see that Africa might emulate this crossover traditional nouvelle Asian omelette and take a rock and roll ride down its own emerging economy rapid. I like Ubud as a village. Two-wheel traffic. In the air-conditioned taxi driving through the tropical rain, with a swarm of two-wheel traffic buzzing from lane to lane. Look into the eyes behind the goggles of the man with his family. 3 of them on a 50cc. What if that man was me? Would I be all right? Tell me, Mama, would I be all right? Who built the Hindu temple, sweating in the jungle sun? Did he get his bowl of rice when the day was done? Or did he defer his compensation for a payment in another life? Help him with his hungry children and a loyal wife. Will they be all right? Tell me, Mama, will they be all right? Underneath the rattan ceiling, chilling in the ocean breeze, elevated by position to a life of ease, contemplating her perfect souffle through designer Polaroids. You don't do your Revlon shopping in the streets of Seminyak, but you look all right. Little Mama, you sure look right. Who know not what we do. Let us see your truth. Oh, mantis, please. Praying mantis. mantis came, attracted to the flame. Did we rescue you? We knew not what to do. Oh, mantis, so auspicious, will you come back soon? We'll see you in full moon. Please, mantis, soon. Please, mantis, soon. Praying mantis, hear us. Hunter, sacred being, trickster, divinity. Mantis, namaste. Mantis, namaste. Oh, mantis, please